Welcome to Stop Now. I'm JK, your host for this week's call-in show, Truth or Dare game show. Nate is here. Hi, Nate. Welcome.
Hi, how are you doing, JK? I know you said that I'm your favorite. I thought we didn't play favorites here at Stop Now. We all just one big happy family.
So, what do we do, Nate? This week we have a whole lot of stories, and also we had interviews with survivors, victims who are on this visa. And I am going to bring in some interesting stories for us to explore. Meanwhile, if any callers joins in, we will play the game as we did with you and Melissa last week. We will continue to do that. We will have some fun conversations and also make this game show and really surprising prizes for people and cash prizes as well to win. So don't forget to call in. Guys, the number is displayed over there on the screen. And also you can join us through the Zoom link, which is down below. We can rock and roll.
Let's go. There's so much going on here at Stop Now, JK. So let's see what's going on. And I think you said the magic word. There's some cash prizes. So let's play the game.
Yes, it's called Truth or Dare. Who wants to dare to win $100 for whatever dare challenge we are putting in for you? And also, one more update, volunteers are welcome and you will get paid, and you are welcome to join our team. And we are inviting everyone over here to explore and expand our social experiment and also do good for our communities.
Yes, you could be JK's next favorite team member other than me.
All right, let me play this one.
Welcome to Stop Now. We are conducting an experiment today with Nate's profile. So, one of the recruiters reached out through LinkedIn. Her name is Miss Catherine. She wanted to have a conversation today about the Scrum Master role. So, let's see how that goes.
Hey, Nate.
Hi.
Do you hear me well?
What's that?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Nate. Do you hear me well?
Yes, I am able to hear you. Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
Awesome. Great. Thank you very much for asking. Nate, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me today. Well, my name is Catherine, and currently I'm working as a senior guest recruiter, and I'm collaborating with William Hill Company. Are you familiar with William Hill?
I heard about them. Can you give me some more information, please?
It's a sports betting company, online sports betting company, gaming industry. Tell me, please, is it not issue for you to work for a gambling industry?
No, you mean gaming or gambling?
Gambling industry. Online sports betting company, William Hill.
Oh, interesting. That's see, I didn't even think about that.
Currently, they're looking for a Scrum Master to join their team. But before that, Nathan, I have to ask you, are you authorized to work legally for any US companies?
Yes.
Are you a US citizen?
Yes, I am a citizen.
Okay, cool. And let me know, are you looking for a full-time role or contract one?
What about full time? In the sense like what are the hours? What is the salary? Is it a full time yearly annual package, or how does that work? I mean, I'm open to anything. Like, I've been working on contracts and, it pays me well. So if it's contract based on location, I mean, I'm open to the market rate.
Where are you physically based? Are you in New York?
Yes, I'm in New York.
Awesome, cool. Then Nate, could you please give me a brief synopsis about your working background? So what have you done? What are you looking for now for yourself? And what's your last project you're working on?
Yeah, so I've been in the project management domain like for over 10 years. And I would say the last 7 to 8 years, all the clients are really crazy about having an agile mindset. And that's where I got certified as a Scrum Master. And I played the role of Scrum Master extensively. And I'm pretty much, as I mentioned, I've worked in various industries as well. So I do the typical Scrum Master role and facilitate and help the business to achieve the required delivery for their Scrum teams. And by conducting and coaching the teams and mentoring them and defining the Scrum process for having an effective spirit, the ceremonies, and also motivating the team to have agile mindsets when it comes to standardizing their estimation process, user story writing. And also with some clients I've worked with on Scrum of Scrums, like conducting regular traditional waterfall projects as well as meetings. So as I mentioned, I was getting around $70 to $75 in the East Coast in New York and other cities where I work. But I did work in Texas and some other states as well. So, the rates are a little bit more competitive, I would say. But I'm flexible on that. And I've worked full time twice in my career, which is like they paid me around $120K per annum. So I'm going to, I'd say I'm open to anything. I'm flexible. If it's a contract, I'm fine with that as well. The hourly rate is also fine.
Please, why you're either in a specific reason why you're looking for a moment right now?
This is in contract. So the contract has been extended once, so it's an initial 6 months contract. And I have facilitated the Scrum role. And once the team matures, there's really no scope for Scrum Masters. So either you move on or you move to another position within the same enterprise. And that's how I got another contract for 3 more months, and it's coming to an end at the end of this month. And, it might extend again. I have to look internally, but I might have to work on other projects and scopes with the client. But again, I'm not really keen on continuing with the same client if there is no additional scope for me. So that's why I started to explore other opportunities and looking for better and more competitive build rates.
I understood. Good. Looks good. Then, Mel, look, can I talk to my customer? I would love to present them your candidacy, your profile, and as soon as they review your CV, your resume, and they like to speak to you, so I will get back to you and we will schedule one more call. Does it make sense for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can do that. And just update me on that and, let me know when you can give me a day notice so I can prepare because as you heard from the phone calls, I'm juggling around a lot of different kind of final meeting schedules. So, I don't want to miss the opportunity if you call. And if you can you send me an email with the client details that will help me to prepare as well?
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. Will do. Thank you so much for this conversation. Take care.
Thank you. Great. Thank you. And you have a good day as well.
Bye.
Do you see that? So do we explore this opportunity and place you as we got placed, like myself, getting an offer?
I think that turned out pretty well. I'm trying to think. She is not the person that extended the offer already. That's a different client.
Yeah, that's a different client, right? This
Okay.
Recruiter, right? So
Yeah.
I spoke with the recruiter on behalf of you, right? I was as Nate, and we are trying to now, how do we call deep fake videos?
We got Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Is it really Tom Cruise? Or
See, you are the Tom Cruise here.
Yeah, I'm Tom Cruise here.
And for me, right, for JK's profile, I did showed last week or sometime back in our episode. So this was the offer that was given to JK, right? And this is an official email from the Cognizant. It's a billion-dollar company, right? So they have already onboarded JK. Can you believe that? And still the background is going on.
Mm-hmm.
You can, I will show you, like, even at the end client, right? AIG Insurance. So they provided some internal document.
You did it.
This is a big surprise even for me, right? I never thought that this is going to go this far.
We actually hired.
I'm waiting for it, like how this hired thing is going to work with, right? Because people will be surprised, like, oh, this is like they are trying to fool us around. This is not real. But that's why, like, we just conduct this experiment. We call this as a social experiment, and this is for good cause. We need to change this industry. We need to make people realize that they need to do something or the other, because this is going too far. You can see, like, I am putting out the Cognizant email that was provided. How is that even possible? Like, everyone will ask that, right? So a person who has not existed in real life,
right,
getting a job offer in a billion-dollar company to work for their client, and it's an international.
I'm surprised that they still, like, it doesn't seem like they did a thorough background check or anything. Like, they just went through with it.
Yes, I mean, I keep getting calls and email from the HireRight background verification company to fill the details, fill the SSN, and so that you will get hired. Meanwhile, parallelly, these guys are rushing to provide me the offer, and even without clearing the background, they were ready to onboard me into the project itself. That's a kind of messed up world we are right now.
So do you know how much the recruiters get paid for this?
I did speak with the recruiters, and I had some conversations. Some confessions are being recorded by the coming out voluntarily, saying that, like, how they are being misused, and they are sitting in India and they're not getting paid in dollars, right? So they are getting paid in rupees, and they have to work on commission. And some people are being stressed out by this, saying that, like, if they don't place one candidate in a month, they will not be able to sustain in the job for 3 or 6 months. So they are pressurized. And you know what? I will try to play that audio, like, once we have the edited version. So that guy made the confession, and he said something around, I'm not sure in rupees, 20,000 rupees or something. It will come to around what, not even $200 or $300 per month.
Oh, wow.
That's all they get paid. And he lives in the major metropolitan New Delhi. And I asked him all those things, like, how do you even manage? I just can't believe myself, right? With that salary, like, he said, like, oh, freshers and juniors will be like that. And if you are 6 to 7 years experienced, which he himself admitted that, like, he has 6 years of experience, and he is still getting around what, $600 or $700 per month. That's the highest. And he said, like, that's a big amount, and people are surprised that I am able to get that much. For each person they place, they said they will get around $5,000 or something, like the company will get it. So which means they are making, and I even asked him, like, what is the level of the company and how big is it? And he said, like, it's a big company, and they have employed more than 2,000 people are doing the same thing like him. So it's like we are opening the Pandora box. That's what.
Yeah, it sounds like even the recruiters are being taken advantage of by the systems. That's a lot of, like all those calls, and you're making $300 a month. Like, that's.
Yeah. So he has to work like the whole night shift. That's what, like, right when we are awake here in the morning. So which is like they work from night 10 to morning 6. That's what he said. Like it's
And it's
almost
all commission.
based on commission. Need for them to survive. I wouldn't blame them. So they have no other opportunity. That's what he's saying. Like,
Yeah, that definitely gives me a different impression of the recruiters. Like, even though the recruiters are doing the wrong thing, it makes a little bit more sense now. Because I was thinking, probably like you, that they were making $5,000 a month or something, you know, and like, no, they're not even making $500 a month, which is crazy.
how they get into this and how they fall trap into this, and they just know this and then they become a victim. That is a surprise. Even what he said was like a lot of people over here in those H1B visas, they are reaching out to them asking like, I'm out of job for last 3 months or 6 months. Even some people are crying, get me some job. So people who are here, they are suffering. Like if they don't get, they are out of status and they have to leave the country and they have huge debt back there. So that's what like the story is all about. But let's see like how this turns out. We will get the attention.
It's like this is really undercover work now, because it's like in the spy movie. It's like, you don't know how deep this goes. It goes all the way to the top. There's so many levels in this whole operation.
And that is one of the things like I told you before, if you can recollect that. Even big brands like Apple, Google is backing up on this H1B visa program and to continue with this. And which means like they are also part of this game, right? That's why like they said like all the big companies, that recruiter, he confessed like he worked for all the top companies based in India. That is Cognizant, TCS, HCL, Wipro, every other company, and all the subcontracting and third tier companies. There are thousands of companies. That's what he says. Everybody is doing this. So nobody is kind of immune to this. and
nobody's innocent. Everybody's got their hands in the pot.
Yeah. So that's why like I tried to do one other company, TCS, for which we had 2 rounds of interview with Apple. And we are going to shock by posting those videos in the later weeks. So that's all for this week. And I hope I will have more information the coming week.
It's the plot thickens as we get deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, I'm going to honestly hand over my mask to somebody else, right? So I'm tired of wearing this mask for long. So I just want to give it a shot in a different
like you're passing the torch to the next generation.
Yeah, absolutely. That is one of the things. Like even we were planning to bring in the future generations. We can engage them to have some conversations with us. We will wrap this up, and that's all for this week. Hope to see you all next week.
Be safe, everybody. We'll see you next week, and we're looking to see again who is ready to be truthful and who is ready to be daring. So until next time, JK, I think we'll just leave it right there.
Yes, Nate. Well, just a final note before we wrap this up, like to give an update on next week episode. We have a victim survivor of human trafficking, labor trafficking. Harold De Sousa's interview will be there in our show, and it will be a quite interesting one. And we welcome everyone to join the show and ask questions and also watch the interesting story unfold. Meanwhile, I'll try to play out some of the conversations that we had with the recruiters and other stories as well. Not ready to listen or talk to me, right? She said like, okay, you have been already out of the journey, like why are you joining, right? And for anything that I am saying, like she's saying like, okay, you are threatening me, like I will escalate this and I will report it in this way.
So,
I said
actually,
like, see,
I didn't understand.
I said like, Sonia, why don't you talk to me, right? What is the problem? And I don't understand. You are escalating it to my manager and asking. Subal sent me saying that like I'm not required anymore. So is this fair? And if I do the same thing, if I escalate it to Nancy and say like Sonia is doing this to me, will it look good? That's all I asked. Like she immediately got upset and said like, "Oh, you are threatening me. Go ahead, call everybody. Like escalate to anybody else. I don't care."
Hmm.
And so that is not. See,
Yeah,
if
see,
you,
I was in
if
this call
Subha,
with
please,
business
please, Subha,
in
if
between
she is
call.
not professional, right? If she is not able to accommodate me, she could have told like, okay, you move to some other org or some other team, or we can find some other solution, right? We are all human beings, right? We are trying to find some solution. Just like hiring somebody, you took so much effort, right? Everybody, I got so
See,
much
I'll tell you,
effort to.
honey, see, I had no clue, right? I was absolutely surprised. But when she called me, she calls me Friday late evening, okay? So I didn't know what it was about, okay? I was thinking about something else. And then she tells me about this, right? I said, Sonia, first of all, I was not even this was not brought to my attention, right? Earlier, there is some time given, right? Have you spoken to, this was my question to Sonia as well, right? Have you spoken to him? You guys connect, right? Looks like every afternoon. So have you given this feedback? So she said it is her observation in terms of the 4 weeks. Yeah, again, I cannot. So she's obviously comparing yourself with the other lady, right? Who's that? They've recruited someone 4 weeks ago, just like you. She has brought her on.
Srilata.
And yeah, Srilata. So she's seeing, whatever that missing enthusiasm, energy, or whatever, right? Picking up the pieces, running it by yourself. But given that, right, I said, okay, fine, Sonia, it's 4 weeks. Why can't you work this out, right? I mean, you give some time, you work through this process, and then we'll go on, right? Because everybody will have feedback, right? All of us have feedback, right? Even I'll have feedback, you'll have feedback, Sonia will have feedback. It is the point of giving it to the person so that they can look into it and act upon it, right? It's not the other way around. So, but then she was very adamant. I had a very long conversation with her. Okay, I was trying to convince and say, let's not drop the ball, right, or whatever it is. But then, yeah, she ultimately said, no, I cannot, and I don't want to go to this, and blah, 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 whatever, right? So I couldn't convince her at the end of that long call. In the end, she is a client, and no matter how much I pushed, right, her word is final, and even if I go back to anyone, she can go back, to my bosses and whatnot. It will only get nasty, right? I mean, it won't get us anywhere. So that's where I wanted to convey that to you. And I thought maybe you talking to her would help sort out, but looks like it escalated even further.
Yeah, because it turned ugly, right? The moment, right, I was trying to control my emotion, and
Anyway, see, after getting to this point, there's no point, okay? There's no point in pushing you through with this engagement at least, okay? So how would you be comfortable, right? If you have to work, the very person with whom you had this conversation. So I wouldn't encourage that. And I don't know, it would be even good, right? In good health for you as well in this particular engagement. But then again, I oversee the entire North American, accounts for MLEU. So I have requirements elsewhere and all that. I can align. That's not an issue. So, and I don't want to say she's right or you're right or whoever is wrong here.
yeah, sure. I don't know what to say because I can't run as a scrum master because how do I open up the communication with the team? How anyone will give a positive feedback? How do I conduct retro, right? If people are having this boss mentality and it's like literally bitching on the back and hiring and firing someone, not giving direct feedback, how do they think that like the agile mindset will come in the organization if that person is not ready to change, right? If Sonia is not ready to change, even a superman, you bring a superman, Subha, you will not able to satisfy her.
No, see, I'm not saying Sonia is correct, trust me.
No, that is what I'm saying, right? Why do you bring in conflict right on the first week? I haven't even conducted the retro, not even the first two-week sprint has been there, right? The conversations happening between us. I was not given access. I don't even have laptop. I'm using my personal laptop and I was not given timesheet. You remember? For putting my timesheet, giving me access to even the backlog, or entering the user stories or helping out with the product owners, you ask Kavya, Mohan, everybody, right? You ask everybody, right? It's not one person. My boss doesn't have to give, I don't have to please her. She might be my boss or supervisor. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, Subha, really. For me, my team is more important. You ask if Mohan, Greg, or anybody in my team, Kavya, Radhika, all those people with whom I work on a day-to-day basis, if they say, if they find fault, I'm fine. I'm ready to leave. You know my position, Subha, right? I'm not a junior guy, right? I'm 45 years old. I can get a job within next day, right? I can even show you my full-time offer with TCS.
I went through a lot of trouble, okay? I spent, I don't know, weeks, trying to find a profile, get it interviewed. See, this is how, you got a sense of how the client is, right? So you can imagine what kind of trouble I was going through to just start any single position. In your case, I went through a lot, okay? We have been filtering. We had a discussion with the client. Client says okay, and then you come on board, and then this happens. There's no feedback loop. Time is not given. See, the way I look at it, you would not be successful in any case, even if you were given the chance, right? You won't be successful. Don't you see that? I think
yes.
Your own good, I'm saying.
See, I know that, right? That is what I'm trying to convey, right? I spoke to Priya and Srilata, right? Should I talk to Nancy and do we need to switch between, because I can go to Beeman or somebody else on some other org, because I don't think I can work with Sonia anymore. Is that possible? And they don't have any clue, right? Because those who have been there like for long, more than 1 or 2 years, they can state the picture how. And they all said like Sonia, she has been long there and she will definitely will hate to keep you in. That will create trouble. Like they will try to.
No, there is no point. See, this is going to damage, the cognizant relationship. I don't want to go to that level, and we don't need to, right? Let's drop it. There is no point. There is no point going to women. There is no point going to Nancy. It is a very tight-knit group out there. Okay, Sonia, women, as you know, report to Nancy. So it is a very tight-knit group. So Nancy is going to listen to only women and Sonia. Okay, she's not going to listen to anyone else. So there is no point, and I don't want to serve this hornet's nest, right? So absolutely, let's not even go there. We should drop this. I will talk to Sonia. She was trying to reach me earlier. That's fine. I'll deal with that later. But for now, do not connect, join, do anything. I will get you aligned, internally with my talent team, and I'll find you another. I think I already have another open position for a Scrum Master. I can align you there. Let's keep things simple. Don't worry too much about it.
Okay. Yeah. Fair. Like
Okay.
I have no issue.
So
you want me to sign off? Like you don't want me to do anything, run any meetings or anything that is left today?
No, don't do that. Don't see. No. You're not. You got. I mean, I hope you're understanding. This is through Sonia, right? If Sonia has said no, then why do you want to do any of that, right? There's no value in any of that.
Oh, okay. So do I need to submit the timesheet or not? Where do I stand?
No, starting from today, don't. We'll get you back onto Cognizant, whatever system, right? And they will. Once I have this other account, we'll move you there. So until then, you'll be on Cognizant bench or whatever it is. So you don't submit any timesheet for from today onwards, from Monday onwards. Till Friday, it's fine. Submit all your timesheets till Friday in the PG&E system.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, so do that. Cut off is your Friday. Don't worry about it. So you can drop a note or whatever it is, right? So just hang on. Don't do anything right now.
Okay.
We are in the thick of this, right? By end of the day, we'll do all that. Let me, in the meantime, see, you agree, right? There's no point in reconnecting any dots here with PG&E. Forget that, okay? So let me talk to, see, I have a 11:30 call with my talent team, where we review all these accounts and positions, right? So I will open this up, right? The moment I open it up, it gets grabbed. So you don't have to worry on that part, okay? So I'll get you connected. Don't worry. Just take it easy, right? I mean, these things happen. Okay, this is not the first time. I'm sure you must have faced. I've faced so many of these before. So it's just about how do we take and move forward. So stay tuned. I'll let you know. I'll reach out or whatever. I'll connect you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Well, you all might have heard what is going on here, and now with this, we are going to end this week talk show.